Grizzly Bear, also known as the brown bear, found dominating in western North America, earning a reputation of being very dominant. A full-grown grizzly bear can weigh between 400 and 800 pounds, and some even pushing past 1,000 pounds. Despite their size, grizzly bears are extremely fast, running up to 35 miles per hour for short distances. These bears are incredibly strong. A single swipe from a grizzly bear paw can break bones or seriously injure big animals. If that wasn't bad enough, they have an incredible sense of smell, with some scientists suggesting they can detect food from miles away, even underground. They've been known to eat just about everything. For example, fish, elk, deer, bison, mountain goats, squirrels, although they usually prefer easier meals over a dangerous encounter. American black bear. American black bear is the most common species in North America, though its name can be a little misleading. Not all black bears are actually black. Some have brown, cinnamon, or even blonde colored fur, really just depending on the region. An adult male black bear typically weighs between 200 and 600 pounds, with larger individuals exceeding 700 pounds. The American black bear is very fast, sprinting up to speeds of 30 miles per hour in short distances, even across tough terrains. The physical strength is very impressive. Black bears can tear apart thick logs, flip heavy rocks with their paws, and not to mention, these guys are known climbers. The American black bear primarily eats a plant-based diet, but will occasionally grub on some salmon or small mammals. They usually prefer berries, nuts, grass, and plants. Sloth bear. The sloth bear is one of the most unusual bear species in the world, mainly residing in India, but also Sri Lanka and Nepal. A full-grown male sloth bear usually weighs between 180 and 300 pounds. While they aren't as big as other bears, the sloth bears are extremely powerful for their size and have been known for being highly defensive when threatened. Their true strength comes from long forelimbs built for digging, huge curved claws that could tear apart termite mounds and rotten logs, and powerful swiping ability capable of injuring large predators. Although sloth bears have one of the strangest diets in the bear family. They mainly eat termites, ants, beetle larvae, fruits, honey, flowers, and occasionally small animals. Unlike many bears, sloth bears have fewer front teeth, which usually help them vacuum insects more efficiently. Sun bear. The sun bear is the smallest bear species in the world, residing in Southeast Asia. Sun bears are incredibly strong and surprisingly fast when threatened. An adult male sun bear usually weighs between 60 and 150 pounds. Their true strength comes from forelimbs built for climbing and tearing open trees, and they often sleep or rest above in the trees, camping high ground. One of their most famous features is their tongue, which can grow up to 10 inches long. They use it to pull honey and insects out of narrow spaces efficiently, which is why they are sometimes referred to the honey bear. They also eat ants, termites, beetle larvae, berries, birds, small mammals, and eggs. Sadly, the sun bear is rarely seen in the wild. Andean bear. The Andean bear, also known as the spectacle bear, the only bear species living in South America. It gets its name from its pale markings around its eyes, which sometimes look like sunglasses. Every Andean bear has slightly different facial markings, just like fingerprints. An adult male Andean bear usually weighs between 220 and 440 pounds. They are extremely powerful animals with limbs built for climbing and pulling themselves through steep mountain forests, where they build feeding platforms out of branches while chowing down. For the most part, these fellas usually consume a plant-based diet, eating fruits, cactus, corn crops, and palm hearts. Because they eat and spread so many seeds, scientists often call them gardeners of the forest, although they are very shy and rarely seen by humans. Giant panda. The giant panda, famous for its black and white fur and calm appearance, even though they look friendly and relaxed, they are much stronger than people realize. A full-grown male panda typically weighs between 250 and 350 pounds. They have strong jaws and one of the strongest bite force of any bear. Giant pandas live mostly in the bamboo forest of central China, especially in the Sichuan mountains. They've also earned a reputation of being very clumsy. They have one of the strangest diets in the bear family. They eat bamboo, which makes up to 99% of their diet, eating about 18 kilograms of bamboo a day. The only problem is that pandas have a digestive system made for carnivores, so they can eat meat. They just don't. That being said, they get very little energy from their food, and to compensate, they spend up to 16 hours a day foraging and eating, and the rest of the day sleeping. Moon bear. The moon bear, also known as the Asian black bear, is famous for the pale crescent-shaped marking on its chest that looks like half a moon. A full-grown adult moon bear usually weighs between 220 and 440 pounds. Moon bears are amongst the best climbers in the bear family and spend large amounts of time in trees looking for grub or just chilling. They eat mainly a plant-based diet with occasional fish, covering a wide range from China, Japan, South Korea, Russia, and India. They prefer forest, mountain woodlands, and hilly terrains where trees provide both food and protection. Moon bears are known for being more defensive and unpredictable when surprised, with some regions having reputations of standing their ground instead of immediately retreating. Polar bear. The polar bear is the largest land carnivore on Earth and is one of the most powerful predators in the animal kingdom. Built almost entirely for survival in the Arctic, polar bears are perfectly adapted for freezing temperatures. icy oceans, and long distance travel across sea ice. Adult male polar bears weigh between 900 and 1600 pounds. If that wasn't bad enough, the polar bear can run at 25 miles per hour, and they are also phenomenal swimmers, with some records showing polar bears can swim dozens of miles without stopping in near freezing temperatures. Their thick paws act like snowshoes on ice, with jaws capable of crushing seal skulls. For the most part, they are carnivores, consuming ringed seals, bearded seals, fish, and even whale carcasses when available. A hungry polar bear will wait hours beside a seal breathing hole in the ice before attacking. They live within Canada, Russia, Greenland, Norway, and Alaska.